welcome to a new video, and today we'll be watching a guy called Need Juice. I don't know what this oh yeah, we was watching this video. The first video we're gonna watch is the horrors of Roblox catalog avatar curator.
Roblox Catalog Avatar Creator to me has always been more of a tool than a game. I've only ever played it a handful of times, but each time I did, I'd just load into my private server, make what I gotta make, then leave. And to me,
I do that too. I don't really see that problem. I feel like that's pretty normal, right? Or anyway, but what is his avatar? What is wrong with like I see this over there? His fingernails are not cut in since long times. And bro, what is wrong with your I'm just gonna not judge. Maybe that's just how he likes his I don't know. Likes it to be, so
it's made perfect sense, so surely that's what everyone else is doing in this game, right?
Wrong.
What the hell is this?
If it were up to me, I would drop
wait, hold up, let me hear this guy out.
an atomic bomb on the.
See, now I think this is necessary. I've actually never saw something that disgusting before, and I kind of don't want to know what's behind the sensor. So,
Whole generation.
If you couldn't tell by the copious amount of censoring you're seeing on the screen right now, her avatar was way too graphic.
If it were up to me, I would drop an atomic bomb on the whole generation.
If you couldn't
no, I can tell what there could be. I can tell.
tell by the copious amount of censoring you're seeing on the screen right now, her avatar was way too graphic to show on YouTube. So let's just say she has some very realistic human body parts that no Roblox avatar should ever have. For anyone unfamiliar with what this game is, I'll give you a quick rundown. Roblox Catalog Avatar Creator is like the premium version of the catalog. Using the streamlined UI, you can try on as many Roblox items as you like without having to buy a single one. You can walk around, pose for pictures, hit a little jig, whatever your heart desires. Like I said, my experiences with this game were limited to my private server, so I was sheltered from the horrors this game community had to offer. But after seeing that monster on my TikTok, I felt like I had no choice but to go down this huge rabbit hole. So today, I'm gonna be dragging you guys down there with me, and no, you don't have a
I was about to say I'm good. Seems like I don't have a choice, y'all. I don't have a choice. I don't.
choice. The first few servers I joined were really nothing to write home about. Don't get me wrong, there were definitely some characters here and there, but nothing that could even compare to the avatar I had seen on TikTok. The worst thing I saw was this one girl doing some interesting emotes on this guy, like full-blown popping it open on him. But other than that, it was just people standing around blasting music through their mics. I wasn't satisfied.
I think I have joined few couple public servers before, and I have saw weird emotes. What I guess you can call it that, and yeah, I guess I can understand. And honestly, I've seen way worse. Like sometimes they'll be wearing those costumes that makes you look like Can I even say this to YouTube's community guidelines? I don't know. They wear these costumes. Sometimes they look creepy and like a creep, and the next one they just look oversized. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Oversized.
With this, so I kept server hopping to try and find some weirdos, but every server I got into was more or less pretty normal. After about 20 minutes of doing this, I'm not gonna lie, I was beginning to think that the TikTok I saw was a fluke. But fortunately, or I guess unfortunately for our eyes, this was not the case. I began to notice that I was just cycling through the same handful of servers every time I rejoined. I don't know about you guys, but to me, this was super weird, especially for a game with almost 100,000 concurrent players. So instead of just pressing the play button, I manually joined one of the full servers. Since the server was full, I had to sit in a queue for literally 5 whole minutes. And looking back on it, that should have been a sign for me to close out of Roblox and go do something else, but no. I sat in the queue and waited for my turn to join the server, and little did I know, I had just waited 5 minutes to enter the gates of hell. What is this? What are these things? This server was full of a type of avatar I had never seen before. I posted a picture of one of them onto my community wall, and a lot of you guys informed me that this style is called Zepeto, in reference to a Roblox clone game with the same name. I'm just gonna go ahead and state the obvious. These avatars reek of poo, okay? They suck. They remind me a lot of old Slender avatars.
Ew. These. They couldn't at least do anything better. Like, they couldn't make it like a little better than this though. They really had to make it look that bad. I'm just like, it doesn't even look like they tried. It looked like they just found it from like a market and bought it.
Mainly because they're also 8 feet tall string beans, but credit where credit is due, Slenders at the very least looked like Roblox. These ones, I don't even know what I'm looking at, bro.
What is that? Like, hold up. The face is literally smaller than his neck. Like, this is probably like... hold up. I need to measure this. So if you put them in comparison, this one's way bigger. Hold up. I'm trying to analyze this. The neck is bigger. The neck is bigger. Y'all can tell me that's not true or whatever, but you can literally tell that the neck is bigger. Come on. Anyway.
What the fuck are these things? This whole server was Indonesian, which means I couldn't understand a single thing in chat. But as the saying goes, actions speak louder than words, and their actions were telling me to stay as far away from them as humanly possible.
Wait, where do you get that photo?
This whole server was Indonesian, which means I couldn't understand a single thing in chat. But as the saying goes, actions speak louder than words, and their actions were telling me to stay as far away.
Where do you get this photo? This must be AI. This must be AI. Honestly,
From them as humanly possible. This one group of Zepetos was getting really physical with each other. You had what I thought was 2 couples sitting around cuddling.
Honestly, but that's really...
From them as humanly possible. This one group of Zepetos was getting really physical with each other. You had what I thought was 2 couples sitting around cuddling their partner, which in Roblox is already really weird to do. But then they swapped and the guys and girls started to kiss each other? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, I don't know what kind of polycule type of situation is going on here, bro, but I was
Wait, hold up. Hold up.
Already really weird to do, but then they swapped and the guys and girls started to kiss each other? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, I don't know what kind of
What is this? Where does he get these memes? I don't even... Where does he find these stuff?
polycule type of situation is going on here, bro, but I wasn't trying to sit around and watch. I walked away and looked for other people. But it was then that I finally noticed them. This server had an infestation. An infestation of age players.
What the fuck? No!
I don't know how it took me so long to see them, but these little...
I have seen these type of ones, but what I've seen a lot more is this one especially. I've seen these ones a lot of times. I've joined Avatar Catalog a lot, or whatever it's called, Catalog Avatar, and it is really cool. But there is something that have to be, you can say, forbidden. Anyway, let's continue.
Degenerates were everywhere. Again, I can't understand what they're saying to each other, but based on the way this group is interacting, I'd have to imagine they're doing some type of parent and baby role play. You know, while I personally...
I am not trying to be hating right now, but I hate those type of stuff on Roblox. It's just too embarrassing to watch. Did I just realize something? Hold up, did I just realize something? What is this? What is that? Huh? What is that? What is this supposed to mean? You love your what? And this is how she actually looked like. Nah. Oh, I think you even made a video to this. I think I need to check that out one day, but not in this video.
I feel like I've made my opinion on age players very clear. My opinion being that every single one of them is weird as fuck. I could, potentially see how someone could look in on this role play going on here and think it's like a wholesome little family role play. But if you're thinking like that, allow me to bring you back down to earth. I am an adult, and the fact that I can see their chats means that, according to Roblox, everyone here role playing as babies are also grown adults. Gross. After coming to that realization, I just couldn't bring myself to sit in that server any longer, and I was back on the hunt for more weirdos. Surprisingly though, my hunt didn't last very long, as the next server I joined was infinitely worse than the one we just looked at. Everyone, allow me to introduce you to Zoe. Zoe looks like your average Roblox noob. I mean, we've all seen avatars that look just like this hundreds of times. So, I mean, it makes sense that she would want to come to a game like this and switch things up. But I wonder what she's gonna wear. Some new clothes, a new hairstyle.
Thank you, ad, for saving me. This isn't a joke.
Clothes, a new hairstyle.
What is that? Ew.
This
No.
might just be the ugliest Roblox avatar I have ever seen. And this server is full of them. Just like the Zepetos, I have no idea what to call these, but they all have disgustingly large legs, small waists, tattoos, and realistic body parts that obviously shouldn't be allowed on Roblox, yet they all seem to have them. Another W for Roblox's AI moderation. Let's go! We've all seen headless and core blocks, but these people are taking it a step further and removing their arms entirely, which just leaves them looking like those limbless boxing dummies.
Ew, no. Get away.
In my opinion, it's not a good look. After a while of observing these creatures like zoo animals, something dawned on me. Something horrifying. This is a completely full server, and yet it is dead silent. This whole time, I didn't even think about opening the chat because no one spoke English in the previous server. But after sitting in silence for about 10 minutes now, I clicked on it, and that's when things stopped being funny weird and just started being weird. Not a single person in this server was in my age group. All of the chats were locked, which means that everyone...
What? You're telling me that most of these people in there are like in my age? Between my age? What? No. I think it's time for I think it's time to head to the priest, guys. Let's have faith in other people. Not these ones, all right? Let's go to the church and calm our minds, cuz the next couple words that he's about to say, I think it'll be even worse than what we just experienced. So I'm heading to the priest, so who wants to come with? Yeah, I'm good. I'm heading away. Okay.
Everyone here wearing these gross, sexualized avatars is young. There's really no way to pinpoint exactly how young these people are, but if I can't read their chats, they are definitely not adults, and they are definitely too young to be dressing like this. Not that anyone should dress like this on Roblox, but you get what I mean. With the amount of restrictions Roblox has been adding to their platform despite the backlash from their players, you would think that shit like this would be harder to come across. But it is everywhere, and it's not just disgusting, but extremely disappointing to see. Before anyone...
That's true. It's actually really disappointing because we're better, guys. We're better than this. We can do better. So, well, honestly, for them, you can do... How do I say this? How about you do worse so that you look more like a bacon Yeah, that's it.
Gets in my comments saying,
You're cherry picking, you're cherry picking.
no, bro, I'm not. That's what's so fucked up. I may have only went in depth on 2 servers, but that's not because it's an isolated issue. It's actually the exact opposite. Almost every server I was getting into was full of weird shit just like this. So if I had continued to talk about them, I would just be repeating myself over and over again. I can't help but feel bad for the developers of this game because this isn't a catalog avatar creator issue. Even if they're aware of the stuff that's going on in their game, which they probably are, what could they really do about this? All their game does is give people the ability.
They can't just like restrict some people and leave the rest. Like then the game's gonna downfall. So they can't really do that. And either ways they can't because they don't have that type of access. So they just kind of have to live with that, you know, which is hard and it's understandable.
To wear stuff from the Roblox catalog. It's not their fault Roblox's AI moderation sucks ass. Just like it's also not their fault that the community that formed around their game is filled with absolute losers. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm no saint. I've said and done a lot of really weird shit on my channel, so don't get it twisted, bro. I don't have some type of superiority complex when it comes to shit like this. But it's just always been so weird to me that these freaks want to make these gross, realistic avatars on Roblox, even though there are tons of free games online that already let you do that, like Zepeto. Why are people bringing Zepeto avatars to Roblox when they can just go play Zepeto? It makes no sense to me. I don't know, like maybe this is just a situation of old man yelling at clouds, but this shit is just so weird. I guess the one good thing to come out of everything we've talked about today is the fact that, for the most part, these monsters seem to be quarantined to this game and other games like it. If we look back at Zoe, for example, her avatar isn't anything like the beast she chose to dress as. Her actual one is sweet as candy, bro. The same can be said about almost all of the other people we saw today, which means that if they want to sit around and do weird twerking emotes while dressed up like this, they have no other choice but to do it in this game. So with that being said, if you ever decide to hop on this game to put together a new fit, do yourself a favor and lock yourself in the depths of your private server, bro. Because if you don't,
I will.
they're gonna get you.
No, I will. Thank you for the information, honestly. I will. I will. The noise in the background. It just gets me. The noise in the... Ew. Oh, but still, the noise in the background is just getting me right now. Okay, that is it from him. And that was nice. So, definitely subscribe to Needs Juice. Really, you should, y'all. Because that was an amazing video. Yeah, and that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you on the next Friday, because I make videos every Friday. See you guys later.